All right, my friends, it's T, and I'm back, man, with a brand new video. We're going to do a reaction video to Greg Doucette. He gym, lifting, recruiting, fitness, and gear slave himself. You know who, Greg Doucette, man. So Greg Doucette says, Sam Sulek is the next Chris Bumstead. Oh, my God. What an endeavor. Okay. What an achievement.
He doesn't care about the money, the fame, the glory. We've made the correct person famous. How
He doesn't care about the money or the fame? What are you talking about? Do you think he's working for free?
can you get a better representation of the sport? My personal opinion is he is the next C-Bum.
Why do you think he's doing this for? For his, pleasure? Come on.
Coach Greg, in today's video, we're going to be going over the aftermath of Sam Sulek's victory at his very first competition. On his Instagram, already 1.8 million likes. I haven't seen anyone cheer for a person as much as Sam Sulek since C-Bum.
Skinny bitch.
Is Sam Sulek the next C-Bum?
Maybe he is the next C-Bum. Who the hell knows, man? I got nothing against Sam Sulek. He could do whatever he wants. It's a free country, free world, whatever.
I, in fact, think that he is. The biggest names in the industry have come out in support of Sam Sulek. Jay Cutler, Derek Lunsford,
Wow, the biggest name, Seth Feroshki.
Johnny Munster, Seth Feroci, Phil Heath, the Trend Twins, Regan Grimes.
Trend Twins. All the famous people, drug people from the industry have come out to acknowledge another one of their drug buddies. Okay. Whatever, man. This is funny.
Joey Swole, Hanny Rambod, Milo Sarcev.
Really swole.
The list goes on and on. Even Mike Israetel himself.
Mike Israetel, a bunch of loser bodybuilders came out to congratulate Sam Sulek on his drug victory. Okay, whatever.
The godfather of bodybuilding, the man with the smartest IQ of any coach in the world, he writes, congratulations.
Hey there, my name is Keegan and I switched to girl because...
Congratulations. And so in response to Dr. Bear Mike is...
Yeah, I'll congrats him too. Why not? I don't know. Okay. I don't see the big deal.
tells congratulations. I see the following messages.
Yeah.
Bro, if only you had this tan. Lat spread fart sound. Blue Lobster. Thank you, Greg.
Thank you, Greg.
All I feel is rage. Does this mean Sam's way of training is better than your RP, that stands for really pale, hypertrophy style BS, Mike? Well, perhaps we'll see Sam Sulek after perhaps turning pro. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Perhaps he can then take on Mike Israetel as a future client and get Mike an IPB Pro card. And of course, a man we haven't heard much of as of late, more plates, more dates. Dialed, congrats, dude. And so in response...
Yes, congrats, dude. Congrats on your adventure of... I don't know what this adventure is. Okay.
To Derek's comment, the fake sup goat has spoken. Fake T-plug. Damn.
I like the fake sup, fake T-plug. Yes, okay. Fake stuff.
He needs to make another video. And so we've all missed Derek. He hasn't been making videos as of late. But do you know what else?
Yeah, what happened to Derek? More plates, more dates. He disappeared somewhere into oblivion or something. Something happened to him, man. Haven't seen any videos from him.
You've been missing Turkesterone. We're again out of stock. And so I wanted to let you know that I no longer have to smuggle 50 keys across the border. From now on, it's being manufactured and packaged in blister packs, and it's all done in Uzbekistan. And so we hope to have it back in stock by the end of the week. Now, if you want to get it before it sells out, it's so difficult to keep it in stock. Please go to the website and click on the Notify Me button. You'll be the first to find out because I guarantee it's going to sell out again. And so if you want to get the...
See, guys, you got to get the Turkesterone because I guess his workout plan doesn't work. Shit, that really sucks, eh? And none of your workouts work because you wouldn't be buying Turkestron. Why is this Turkestron, all these supplements, so popular in the bodybuilding world or the lifting world or whatever you want to call it? Why are all these supplements so popular? Oh, they're going to give you strength, testosterone, they're going to build you a muscle, all this. And they're just flying off the shelves, bro. They're just flying off the shelf. Like, what's going on here exactly? What's going on?
Actual Ajuga turkistatica from Uzbekistan.
Okay.
Not the copycat plant from China. You got to get it from HDLT Supplements. Code Greg, 15% off. And so many people
Right.
have criticized Sam, saying he wasn't lean enough.
You want those glutes out, Sam? Again, not necessary. You got to lose like 5 or 10 more pounds, and it's going to suck even worse.
Other guys saying he wasn't lean enough in the legs, that he didn't bring it. Guys, Sam was, as Derek from More Plates, More Dates used to say, he was diced to the socks. Now, one error that Sam did in fact make, which he describes in his latest video.
In terms of the actual prep, stay a little bit.
Like I said, everybody out there is building muscle. That's why all these SARM, steroids, and powders and supplements and creatines and turkestrons are just flying off the shelf because their workouts are working for them. You know, getting us stronger is going to get you bigger. Get it? Lifting weights is going to build you a muscle.
Drier going into show day.
Why exactly is that? I'll tell you why. In an interview, he commented saying that he had taken in...
I mean, look how it worked for Sam Sulek. Why do you think Sam Sulek is taking some special supplements to create this? Because that's how good his exercises work. Get it? They work so well that he has to take these special supplements. Anyways, I'm not putting anything against Sam Sulek, but I think he did a great job. His first show, he did pretty good, actually. He didn't do too bad. Like I said before, Matt, if he could just, do something specific in lifting, he could look a lot better. Believe me. If he could build myofibrillar, if he could get some myofibrillar growth, man, he would look way, way better. But he's not doing that, unfortunately.
900 grams of carbs in order to carb up. Along with that, he drank a lot of water.
Yeah, think about that. All that carbing up makes you look soft. Doesn't make you look good. It makes you look softer. And the water, too. So there you go.
Water. His weight limit, 217 pounds. He weighed in at 216 pounds, but he stated in his previous video that he competed at 224. That is up 8 pounds.
So why didn't he stay at 216? Oh, they're going to say, well, he carbed up to come on stage at 224. Well, what's the difference? You looked better at 216 when he showed up for the weigh-in. Might as well have stayed at 216, right?
And so because of the extra carb...
You want to know the funny part? That's a far cry from, what was it? He said he was weighing 255 or something. That's a far cry from 255. Where'd all that muscle go? Because I don't know what kind of muscle that was. Mostly mass. But that ain't myofibrillar growth. Because myofibrilars, they don't just disappear like that. They give you density. But that mass stuff just goes away. And that sarcoplasmic mass, man, that just like, pooh, it goes really quick.
And water that was consumed, he in fact began to spill over. His legs could not be displayed to the best of his ability. Exhibit A, look at his Jay Cutler quads.
So there you go. Look at his legs there. Why didn't he stay like that? What's the purpose of showing you all this? And it's looking all good. And then he washes it out for what? So he can look terrible on stage? What was the point? Makes no sense.
Stop impersonation after he does the weigh-in. Does that...
He would have looked 10 times better had he came in like that, dry, than carbing. This doesn't make any sense, man. Could you imagine how he would have looked on stage? Christ. If he already looked as good as he did on stage now, being like washed out, how would he have looked being dry? Way better. That's why... You see, that's the thing with what's his name, Dorian Yates. He sacrificed all that. You understand, that carbing shit, so he could come in dry. That's how he beat the competition. Do you know what I mean? They came in washed out. He came in dry.
That look like he's not shredded. He has striations on the vastus medialis.
Yes, he does. But where was it on stage?
teardrop, and the latter S. Everything is peeled. But when he gets up on stage,
Yeah, it was peeled, and then he destroyed it by eating carbohydrates. Why did he eat protein? Here's a question: If protein builds muscles, right? Protein builds muscles. Why didn't he eat protein? Why did he eat carbs? See what I mean? If he knew this would wash out his look.
I don't see all of that. And so what could have happened? I'll tell you what happened. Water. Water blurs the lines. That is why
Water. The carbohydrates blurred the lines. You could say water. It's a mix of both. Water, carbohydrates. I think for every gram of every gram of carbs or glycogen, 3 grams of water are drawn between the skin and muscle into the muscle. Yeah, okay.
many athletes take diuretics before competition because by peeing out that excess water, it reduces that thin film of water that's covering those striations.
No, why didn't he just stay the way he was and get a tan and go on stage? See what I mean?
But if you consume too much water, you eat too much food, you spill over, and those
So why did he do that? So he could look worse?
lines will be blurred, and that is what I believe happened to Sam Sulek.
I get a bit of a refeed tonight, so, even yesterday, too. I mean, 9.
He did a bit of a refeed. The wrong food. Eat protein. Why are you eating carbs and drinking a lot of water?
2 grams of carbs so far. Really got to fill it back up.
Now,
See, I got to fill it back up with carbs. Why are you eating carbs? I thought protein builds muscles.
remember, in my video, I predicted he probably had about 1,000 grams of carbs in order to carb up, and it was revealed that he had
And why did he need to carb up? What's the purpose, Greg?
900. People,
3D wallpapers for your phone.
Coach Greg, you almost nailed it.
It's almost like I've overcompensated by
Coach Greg, you almost nailed what? What did Coach Greg almost nail?
holding on to as much water as I can get my hands on.
Since the competition, Sam has continued to bloat up. He's drinking water as of normal, but his body is overcompensating. He has inflammation, he has swelling, and
That's a bad sign right there. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Toxicity?
this, in fact, can be very
That could be buildup of toxicity.
dangerous. If you gain too much weight following a competition, it places a lot of undue strain on the heart, the cardiovascular system. And so it's very important for him to get back to baseline, to homeostasis. And so one excellent thing that you can do is to continue to do cardio. And so
Homeostasis, baseline? Greg is making this stuff up. He's not in homeostasis. He's out of homeostasis doing all this lifting and doing all these weird things. Building up mass in his body. He's not really building any myofibrillar growth. You know what I mean? He's just building some mass stuff, some proteins. They all go away very quickly. These proteins and shit and glycogen and shit goes away really fast.
he goes and does an hour and a half, an hour on the bike, followed by 30 minutes on the treadmill. That is burning up some of the calories, the excess glycogen stores, the carbohydrates that he was consuming, the treats, and so on. And he's burning that off. Also,
What's the purpose of eating that then if you're burning it off? None of this makes any sense. I ate a bunch of garbage, so now I can go on a bicycle and I can waste my time by burning these things that I ate as energy. This just does make no sense.
it's going to allow his body to sweat. His body is overcompensated, is holding way too much water. And so by doing this cardio, it's going to sweat off some of that water, burn off some of those calories, and allow him to get back to normal. Remember, in order to store body fat, you need a surplus of calories. And on Friday and Saturday,
In order to store body fat, you need an excess of calories. Okay. So then a high nutrient diet and calories aren't really the same then, right? Right, Greg? Because calories are based on what? Empty carbs and shit, empty foods. They're devoid of nutrients. So meat would be highly nutritious, nutrient-based, nutritious, yes. And these fake foods, they're empty. They're calories, they're sugar. They're empty calories. So he's eating these things as energy food. He's eating energy food. This makes no sense. Doesn't build muscle.
are being up for the competition, he certainly was consuming in excess. And so
He's eating rice cakes, man. They're high in arsenic. What the fuck?
if he doesn't burn any of those calories off, he's eventually going to store some extra body fat. And because of his competition, in less than 10 days, he needs to get back on a diet.
A variety of posing.
He needs to eat animal products is what he needs to eat and eat a high animal fat. He needs high animal fat and animal products. That's what he needs, man. And some bone broth soups and stuff. He doesn't need any of these carbohydrates. It's bullshit.
Changes. I've got some judges' feedback kind of inbound.
Look at his face. It's really bloated. His neck to his face. It's blown up.
So that's going to be a big chunk of it, how I wear the actual posing trunks.
This is an excellent suggestion. But you know what's even better? You need to wear smaller trunks. It looked like you were wearing a bathing suit on stage. There was too much coverage on the glutes. It's hiding some of the details. And by wearing thinner straps to the side, it's going to allow you to show that much more detail. Why not display them? If you have shredded glutes and they're being covered up, the judges don't see it. And what they can't see, they can't judge. With that change alone, it's going to dramatically improve its placings.
I'm used to having them a little bit lower in my waist. Whereas in more of a posing context, you want them kind of right up against that crease of your adductors in your waist.
So you want to hike it up so you can see the sartorius. This muscle in the center of the leg, he wants to show that off.
Some hip hinging to get my medial quads popping out more and just generally keeping my legs flexed.
And the next thing he needs to do is he needs to work on holding his leg poses. You can't just stand there and flex the upper body. The posing starts from the ground up. Always begin by flexing your legs first and then flex the upper body. If you do the reverse, oftentimes you're going to forget. And so it was his very first competition, and he did exquisitely well. He did amazing.
Yeah, he did pretty good, I gotta say. Still did pretty good, even though he washed himself out. He could have done better.
But there's, of course, room for improvement. And to earn his IPV Pro card against guys who are at the highest...
Look, if you're asking me, man, if I were him, I'd change his routine to start building more myofibrillar growth. If he does that, he's going to look a billion times better. But his problem is he cannot stop doing concentric lifting. And that's why his body, his muscle, whatever, it just looks very... I don't know. It just looks even. You know, the drugs can only do so much, man. They can only work so many miracles because they're cosmetics. Definitely, they're cosmetic. They can work. But if he was to do myofibrillar exercises for myofibrillar growth, oh man, he would come in like a million times better. Yep, that density would really show through.
Of the highest levels, all gunning for a pro card themselves, he needs to properly display the quads. He's got them. They're shredded. And he's going to get even leaner. But he needs to flex them for the judges to reward his hard work.
In terms of the look, here's what I'm aiming for. Get a touch leaner, because now I've got...
A touch leaner, yeah, condition-wise. Like I said, he would look better if he did exercises for myofibrillar growth, and he ate animal products. Bone broth soup, animal products, high animal fat. This is going to take him further, especially raw, like sushi, a lot of sushi, man. Fish is amazing. Fish, bro, sushi. Eat a lot of sushi, eat some raw meat if you can, beef and stuff, high animal fat, stuff like that, bone broth soups, bro. You're gonna just be a knockout. And do exercises for myofibrillar growth, and you're just gonna blow away these people.
10 or so days of more calorie deficit, right? Cardio and everything else.
And so in 10 days of dieting, let's say a 700 calorie deficit, that would be 7,000 calories. And at Sam's weight, that's about 1% body fat. And
He doesn't need calories. He needs a high nutrient diet. That's what he needs.
so imagine he competes at the Arnold's, and rather than being sub 5% body fat, he's now sub 4. Do you know how much difference that can make? To go from 5% to 4, it's 20% leaner. The striations, the detail will be mesmerizing. Remember, when I coached Joe Els and Ian Valair, the striations of the glutes, it made no sense. You almost want...
Look at this guy. He's really dry. He's super dry. He didn't carb up here. His soup came in super dry. See the difference? Big difference.
to look away. You couldn't believe a human being looked like...
Yeah, these guys, they don't come in carbed. They come in dry. That's what Sam Sulek should have done.
Like that. And so at this level of competition,
A lot of bodybuilders do this mistake. They go and they carb up before their competition. Should have stayed dry.
to get an IBB Pro card, this is what the judges are looking for.
Strength-wise,
We all have things we worry about. But when we know
lift, but I was kind of teetering, like, all right, should I do arms or should I just rest?
It's great to see that Sam's learning. He was debating doing an arm workout after dehydrating, flying, and so on. This is not the time to take risks. Previously, he had injured his chest after flying. And so when your body is in a compromised state from dehydration, fluid loss, and so on, it's not the time to really push it. Remember, Sam should only be training at 70.
He's going to injure himself. That's ridiculous. Why would you be lifting anyways? What is lifting going to do at this point for him? Nothing. This makes no sense.
5% at this point. Sam likes to train to failure and beyond, but do you know how easy
Let me break down proteins and open a window for protein synthesis. Okay. See what I mean? I don't get it, but whatever. And again, most of it's glycogen anyways, because think about it. He was 255. He showed up at 216. 255, 216. It's a far cry from being 255, 260, or whatever he was.
it is to tear a bicep, a pec, to injure yourself when you're this dehydrated and this far shredded? It's very easy, and so he knows this, and so he's going to back off just a little bit.
A little bit of a kind of a tuna salad looking thing
eccentric?
with 3
Yeah, if he does something eccentric, he will tear something for sure because he's weak there.
rice cakes.
And so essentially for the next 10 days, it's going to be very
Pretty nice slave food there, the rice cakes and shit with arsenic in it. Great slave food, man. That's definitely what you want to eat to really, you know what I mean? You're going to get really strong eating arsenic and rice cakes. Yes, carbohydrates. Yeah, they're going to really make you strong. They're going to weaken you.
simple. Tuna and rice cakes, yogurt with berries for a treat, combined with egg whites
Yogurt, berries. Yeah, okay. Sugar, yes.
and lean meats, and that's about it.
Maybe some
You don't need lean meat. You need high animal fat and meat and some bone broth soups and things, whatever, man. You need to eat animal products.
that are just straight up protein, or maybe like sometimes we'll do like a yogurt mixed with frozen
And eat a lot of sushi helps a lot, big time, man. Fish, marine life is amazing.
and berries and like some low sugar free like syrup.
I don't understand this guy. Sugar, berries, all this crap and garbage and porridge and whatever, rice cakes. Why not just eat fucking some raw fish, like sushi shit and stuff, and eat some animal products, bro? Like, eat quality food. Why do you have to eat this slave food? And that just makes it so much harder for him when he goes on stage. It's like you're battling against your addiction of slave food, trying to look good on stage. It's crazy, bro. Like, why would you do that? Makes no sense whatsoever. Eat quality food, come in dry, stop this carbohydrate bullshit, stop eating artificial slave food diets. Eat your natural food as a carnivore animal, human carnivore. Eat fucking animal products and show up on the stage and do some fucking myofibular exercises for some myofibular growth, bro. Stop playing with the weights.
And stuff on top.
And notice he uses still the sugar-free syrups as well as sugar sweeteners and so on. And so he's not going too crazy, but he is being more restrictive. He's cut out protein bars and so on. But if he were to have a protein bar, I would strongly suggest the Kaiko bar. Remember, Dr. Mike Isertel loved the taste of the Kaiko bar in his mouth. He also said had excellent structural integrity. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Greg.
I mean, they've qualified just like I did, so from all their different kind of spaces and everything else. So that's a good motivating factor for me, because I know there's some damn sharks in the water.
And so Sam knows he has his work cut out for him. He calls them sharks in the water. They're gunning for him. They're gunning for their IPB Pro card. Will he in fact win? Will he lose? Well, listen, Sam just wants to be the best version of himself. He has no expectations aside from he wants to display a better physique at the Arnold's than he did in his last competition. He has his head screwed on straight. He's an excellent role model for the sport. And so I do believe that, as many people have said, that we've made
Sport, bodybuilding is not a sport. And anyways, what he's doing there, it's like a pageant. But bodybuilding itself is not a sport. I don't know what you're talking about. It's impossible for bodybuilding to be a sport because bodybuilding is just about building your body big and strong. That's it. How can it be a sport? And anyways, how can posing on a straight stage be a sport?
The correct person famous. Of all the people that I followed, I do believe he is the most in tune with his body, that he wants it the most. That his life is bodybuilding. If it's close at the Arnold Amateurs, I do believe Sam is going to win. After all, who is going to replace C-Bum? Of all the athletes competing, I do believe that Sam Sulek could garner the greatest audience of all. Although he doesn't have the genetics of C-Bum, and I personally don't think he'll ever win a Mr. Olympia title. But does that really matter? It doesn't matter! We don't have to worship the greatest of all time. But an athlete like this, disciplined, dedicated, that puts in everything into his craft, despite the fact that, well, he doesn't have the best genetics in the world, it doesn't matter. He doesn't need to win. As long as he puts out his best, that he tries harder than last time, people are going to root for him. He doesn't care about the money, the fame, the glory, none of that stuff.
Of course he does. What are you talking about? He's not doing it for free. Come on. Yes, he does. You don't talk for him, Greg. What are you talking about? Greg does this stuff on his channel for the money. What do you think? He's doing it for free?
He just bodybuilds because he has the passion for it. My personal opinion is
No, he doesn't. He doesn't bodybuild just because he has the passion for it. He's doing it for the recognition, the fame, and the money. Give me a break.
Is the next C-Bum. The person that the sport needs in order to...
I would never do this stuff, this fake bodybuilding, if it wasn't for recognition, fame, and money. Why would I do drugs? Go do a bunch of drugs, all this weird stuff, and do this crazy lifting and eating crazy, doing all these weird things and showing up on stage. If it wasn't for that, you think I'm going to do it for free? You think he's doing it for free, destroying his health, shortening his lifespan? You must be crazy. Greg is out to lunch.
Grow and gather a new audience. C-Bum put classic physique on the map, but Sam Sulek can put bodybuilding on the map. And what exactly is bodybuilding? Going to the gym, training your ass.
So he's going to put fake bodybuilding on the map? It already is on the map. What is he going to put on there? Something extra? So all of you should fake it too like him. Man, this isn't bodybuilding. Wow, this is crazy. Taking drugs is not bodybuilding, faking it.
Off, eating healthy, doing your cardio.
Eating healthy? Is he eating healthy, eating slave food? You think cardio is healthy, running on treadmills? Even the slaves didn't like running on treadmills. What's he talking about?
And competing, displaying your physique. Remember in the past I said Sam Sulek is not a bodybuilder? He a bodybuilder now. Bro competed, and had he have gotten last, still a bodybuilder. But the fact...
He's not a bodybuilder because he never built his body. He took drugs. It's artificial. He's faking it. He never put in the real work to build his body. It's fake. It's fake. It's induced fakely with drugs and stuff. His lifts, they don't coincide with that. They don't work. Concentric exercises do not build muscles. Come on, man.
He won not only first in his weight class, but first in the overall, and is now competing at the Arnold Classic. How can you get a better representation of the sport?
A better representation of the sport. I don't know, man. I don't get it. I don't know what Greg is trying to push here. What are you talking about? A better representative for this drug sport, for a drug sport? So is that what you're saying? You want him to promote this, like supplements and stuff? I don't get it.
And so please go and follow Sam Sulek as if you aren't already following him, and wish him luck on his journey to become an IFBB pro.
Well, I've looked at his videos. Not interested in his videos. I'm not interested. They're boring. His lifting is just lifting in the gym, concentric stuff. It's very boring. It's very, I don't know. I don't like watching people work out in gyms. Then there's people that entertain you with heavy lifts, right? They entertain you with heavy lifts. That could be interesting. I don't know. Depends, man. But I don't find working out entertaining at all whatsoever. But whatever.
In classic physique. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm. Please like the video if you like it. Don't forget to watch one of those two bloops.
Yes, I loved it. I'll see you in the next one, friends. Tell what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. Sam Sulek, a great representative for the drug bodybuilding world. Yes.